Dear students, I hope you are doing well today. Welcome to today's lecture on angiosperm taxonomy course. I am Dr. Nazir Ahmad and I will be your teacher, or you can say your guide for this course. I am excited to be here with you all and going to start this learning journey together. Before we begin, I would like to take a moment to introduce this unit of plant taxonomy for those who are unfamiliar with it. We have to cover several topics in this unit, like we have nomenclature, we have to cover nomenclature, plant nomenclature. We have to cover angiospermic families, both monocot as well as dicot families, which are present in the syllabus, as well as we have to cover phytogeographical affinities, etc. Throughout the course, I will be sharing some fascinating insights and practical examples that I hope will enrich your understanding of the subject matter. As we progress through the course, I encourage active participation and engagement. Feel free to ask questions, to contribute to discussion, and to share your perspective. Remember, learning is a collaborative effort, and your insights can make our learning even more rewarding. So without further delay, let us start. So our first topic of this course is angiospermic families. So in angiosperms, we have two major group of flowering plants based on the leaves they possess. Seed leaves they possess. Both plant groups, both plant groups which have different seed leaves have distinct characteristics in their seed, structure, leaf venation, floral parts, and root system. So these two groups are monocotyledons and dicotyledons. So our first family is from the class monocotyledons. So what are monocots? First thing we should know monocots. Monocots have seeds with single cotyledon, with single leaf. Which leaf? Seed leaf. Single seed leaf plants. They have parallel veins. Their veins are parallel and which are running from the base of the leaf to the tip, and their floral parts that are sepals, petals, and stamens, which are multiply of 3. That means they are 3 in number or 6 are number, but they have these monocots have fibrous roots, where primary root is short-lived. Their root is short-lived and replaced by numerous thin roots. These fibrous, you can say, these are adventitious roots. So now you should know the major characteristics of the class monocots. So in monocots we have the first family, that is Poaceae. Poaceae. Poaceae was discovered by Bernhardt, and this name is conserved. Through nomenclature, this name is conserved. It cannot be changed. This name comes from the Basio name, that is Poaceae. So you will find Poaceae, sometimes you will find Graminaceae. So Poaceae and Graminaceae, which name is correct? This is the question. But the Poaceae as well as the Graminae, both names are correct. Both names are conserved according to ICN. What is ICN? ICN is the International Code of Nomenclature for Algae, Fungi and Plants. Before it was called it ICBN. In ICN there are 6 principles, and one of the principle is that every species or every taxon lower from the family to the lower rank of the family should have a single accepted name. But here you are finding that Poaceae and Graminaceae, both names are correct. So why this group has two names? So there are in this exception, there is an exception in this ICN principle, that there are few families, not few family, 8 families and one subfamily which have two names. Like I will give you some example. If you know Asteraceae, Asteraceae has another name, that is Compositae. Like we have another family, if you know Fabaceae. Fabaceae has another name. What is the other name? That is Lamaceae. Fabaceae has another name, that is Papilionaceae. That is Papilionaceae, or that is Leguminaceae. Sorry, Leguminaceae and Fabaceae, both names are correct. And do you know Cruciferae and Brassicaceae, both names are like, there are 8 families which have two names, and both names are correct. Other than these 8 families and one subfamily, every species, every taxon should have only one correct name. So this family. Now, what is this family? This family is the most important family of plant kingdom for human beings as well. Why I am saying human beings? Because we are wholly and solely dependent on this family. So now if you see here the taxonomic position of this family, this taxonomic classification is based on the national system of classification, that is through this family is comes under the order Poales and the class Monocotyledons. Now the introduction, we know this family belongs to the class monocots, and it is also known commonly, this is the common name, it is also called grasses. So in this family we have around 11,000 species under 678 genera which are found throughout the globe. So in India, there are about 1500 reported species. See, there are total 12 subfamilies. Out of these 12 subfamilies, 10 families are reported from India. 10 subfamilies are reported from India. So this family is very much important. So this is the fourth largest family in number, not in economically it is one of the largest, this is the largest family, but as a species number it is the fourth largest family of flowering plants after Asteraceae, Orchidaceae and Fabaceae. Asteraceae and Fabaceae is dicot family, but Orchidaceae is again a monocot family. So in monocots, Orchidaceae is the largest family, and second largest family is this Poaceae family. This family is cosmopolitan in distribution. That means this family is present in every corner of this earth. from the poles to the equator, from the mountain peaks to the sea level. Then all types of climates and habitats you will find these species, these Poaceae species, and these species are mostly perennial or annuals, and both sexes, that male and female sexes are present in a single plant or sometime in two plants. They are herbaceous, monoecious or dioecious, and some species like bamboos, these species are monocarpic. That means whole of their life cycle they reproduce only once. So economically, it is the most important family, no doubt. Agricultural grains like we have rice, we have wheat, we have maize, we have barley, etc. These species are from this family, and we are directly dependent, that we are directly consuming this food. Like 70% of food is directly comes from this family, and not human beings, animals, that our cattle are also dependent on this family for forage. Members of this family are also important in the ecosystem in many cases. Such there are several ecosystems which are dominated by these species. Like we have grasslands, we have marshlands, we have red streams and steppes, etc. And in this family, one of the most interesting thing is that this family has comes out this family has both C3 and C4 plants. That means most of the plants which are found, most of the angiosperms are C3 plants. C3 photo, they possess C3 photosynthesis, but C4 photosynthesis is rare. But what is C4 photosynthesis? If you know, some grasses adopts warm tropical climates, and they have some specialized types of photosynthesis. This photosynthesis is called C4 photosynthesis. So this is the adaptation which allows them to be more efficient in C carbon dioxide uptake, and making them well suited to high temperature environments. So C4 plants are like millets, and some millets and sorghum. These species are C4 plants. So one more difference is there in C4. They have a Kranz anatomy. That means these species have have specialized types of cells like mesophyll and bundle seed cells. Usually they have in this group, bundle sheaths as well as mesophyll both possess chloroplast. They both cells did photosynthesis. Some of the major genres of this family which contribute more than 60% of species, like these are the top 10 genres with highest number of species, like Poa, Penicium, Paspalum, Bromex, Ellipsa. These are some genres which has highest number of species. Like in crop production, by the specific types of crop grown throughout the world, the highest crop grown through the world is from the family Poaceae, or you can say the family Gramineae. These from the grasses family, like sugarcane is from Poaceae, maize is from Poaceae, wheat is from Poaceae, and rice is also from the family Poaceae. So the top four crops grown throughout the world is from this family. And their cereal production, the production of these cereal crops by the country wise, so the China is the largest production of these cereal crops, followed by United States, and our country is third position. So India is the third largest cereal production crop, cereal production country of the world. So now some of the fascinating, important characteristic or silent features of this family. So this family, the species are mostly herbs or shrubs. They have no hollow internodes and join nodes or joint stem. This is the characteristic feature of this family. So mostly they have hollow stem between the nodes, and node area is joined, and that is not hollow, but nodes internodes are hollow. The species are herbs, shrubs, are rarely trees, but like we have only one tree species, that is shrub. Someone says some, you can, some books you will find shrub or trees, that is bamboo species. And its leaves are ditrachous with distinct sheath enclosing the stem. What is ditrachous? Ditrachous leaf. Ditrachous leaves are arranged in two vertical columns on opposite sides of the stem. So these leaves, the leaves may be opposite or alternate, but they are found in a single plane vertical columns opposite side of this stem. So its leaf is linear with ligules at the junction. Now question is, what is ligule? In the next slide I will show you what is ligule. So here we can give, I can give you brief about the ligule. Ligule is nothing, it is some of the outgrowth at the base of the, leaf lamina, leaf laminal base. Okay, and its inflorescence is called spikelets, and these spikelets is two legumes. Flower is reduced, which is enclosed, which is covered by two small brackets called as lemma and pilia, and it is parent. What is parent? When you will not differentiate sepals and petals, that time it is called tepals or parent. So these species, Poaceae species, have reduced parent, which is represented, or it is absent or reduced parent, which is represented by small two lodicules. And the family, and this family has ovary which is superior, stigma is feathery, and its fruit is cryopsis. Now, the detailed taxonomic description of this family. What is the detailed taxonomic description? So, if we say habit of this family is, they are mostly annual plants. Do you know annual? Yes, which complete their life cycle in a particular season, and in a particular season, and some have perennial herbs, annual to perennial herbs. So annual you will give simple example over rice, and perennial we have common example, that is bamboos, or you can say over sugar cane. And rarely we have trees, but sometimes you will find bamboos as a grass, bamboos as a shrub. And now its root system is advantageous. Why advantageous? When seed germinate, that time its primary root system is short lived, which comes from the radicle. It is very short duration. After that, a fibrous roots have been developed from these species, and these roots are often endomycorrhizal association. Endomycorrhizal association. Here in picture you will see the fibrous roots of this Poaceae species. Now if we say stem of this family, the stem is mostly underground. Of perennial plants have underground stem, and they are called as rhizomes or stolon, and the erect stem, which is termed as clumps, culms. Clumps are the erect stem of the Poaceae family, and their stem is hollow, solid at nodes, and often caspitous, means their dense stem is so much dense, woolly, woody in texture. Stem is woody in texture in bamboos only. So here in this picture, A, B and C, you will find these all are bamboos, and here you find two types of leaves. Here in picture B, you will find scale leaves. These are non-photosynthetic leaves, and other in upper branches you will find photosynthetic leaves. Nodes and internodes you can see here easily in this picture. Now the leaves. What are the leaves in this family Poaceae? In family Poaceae, you will find simple leaves. Leaves are simple, alternate, basal and culi, meaning the leaves are found in their main stem as well as branches. Both branches and civil you will find leaves. And also distractors, I already tell you what is distractors, means they are arranged into whorls, two whorls, vertical columns, sorry, two vertical columns on opposite sides of the stem, and they are rarely spherical with usually open basal sheath. Sheath is the covering, that is the sheath. I will show you in the next picture, next slide, the sheath. Here you can see sheath is representing, that is cover the stem, nodes, clum means the stem, and the blade and collar of the leaf. The leaf blade is bifacial. Leaf blade has two faces and has parallel vein. Parallel vein is the characteristic feature of all their monocots. Often auriculus at the base. Auriculus, you can say ear-like outgrowth you will find at the base of the lamina and the base of the leaf. Typically ligulate. Ligulus are present at the junction, resembling like the tufts of trichomes. Trichome means hairs like. In bamboo species or other taxa, a stalk like pseudopetioles are present between sheath and blade, but it is present mostly in bamboos. So here you will see three pictures. First, you will see the this trichous leaf arrangement. Then, in picture second, you are observing auriculus leaf sheath base, that is cover, and these auriculus here like struck outgrowth you will see, and ligulus are also find in the C picture, in the picture number C. This is this is the ligule. If you see, is common seen ligule, mostly found you will find in the rice saplings as well. Now, inflorescence of this family. So, inflorescence of Poaceae is spikellates, which are found in axillary or terminal in position. Okay, these spikelets are sessile, means stalked, sessile without stalk, meaning they don't have peduncle, and some have peduncle. So stalked as well as sessile, and are whorled opposite, again district in two rows only on the inflorescence axes. These inflorescence axes, sometimes you will find these consist of axes, that is called a rachila. Spikelets have two basal downside brackets, that is called as glumes. These are large in size, first glume and second glume, sometimes modified, and sometimes some species have absence of these glumes. See, here you will find easily in picture 1, picture A, you will find lower and upper glume, and these are florets, like floret 1, floret 2, floret 3. What is these floret? These are the separate flowers, single flowers in groups. And in picture B, you will find these glumes also, lower and upper glume, and inside one floret he dissect, he will find you can easily observe here the lower bracket is large in size, that is called lamina, and the upper bracket which is called pilia. In between the lamina and pilia you will find androecium, gynoecium, and flower perianth, which is reduced into the form of lodicules. And C and D you can also observe. See the D in D, these feathery stigmas. And if you see in picture B and D, you will find spine-like outgrowth that is called avan. It is also called bristolite outgrowth, which is called as avan. Here again you will see pilia means lower side of bracket of flower, and lamella upper side of brackets, and stamens, and these, see these lodiculus, detached as well as attached lodiculus. What are these lodiculus? Lodiculus, these are the form of, this is the reduced form of parent means sepals and petals. So each floret means each flower consists of minute lateral axes, which is called brackets. Each floret now. Before that flower, you will find, before that bracket, if you see here, you have observed glumus. Glumus is the total covering of all the brackets. But after that, if you see single floret, this is a single floret, you will find two small brackets, additional brackets, you can say. One is lemma and another one is pilia. So the difference between lamella and pilia is, lemma is the lower and large bracket, typically with odd number of veins, and the pilia is the upper and smaller bracket, which has only two veins and is partially enveloped or enclosed by lamina. And bristol-like avena is present at the apex of glumus as well as lemmas. See here, this is the picture, this is the illustration, you can say, of this of Poaceae, general Poaceae. See picture A, you will find leaf sheath, that is the base. You will find here easily these auriculus, ligulus and blade. And in picture B, you will find that peduncle as well as rachis and spikelets, that is flowers, inflorescences. Spikelet means inflorescence. And picture C, you will find glumes as well as lemmas, pileas, your stamens as well as avans. And in picture D, it is much more closer view of a single floret, where you will observe the lower side, you will find lodiculus and ovary, and uh, by by stigmas, two stigmas, feathery stigmas, you will see easily, and three anthers. Here again, these are some grass spikelets, florets as well. Like these types of you will find in rice as well. Now flower, what is this flower? What is the flower of Poaceae family? In Poaceae family, you will find mostly they are bisexual, sessile or hypogynous. Flower is hypogynous, and its parent is modified into two lodiculus. Lodiculus, though, you see in the picture before, that are the small swellings at the base of the lemma and pilia. And stamens are three, mostly three in number, or multiply of three. That means six or three in number. Anthers are base fixed, usually sedicate at the base, generally pendulous, drooping anthers. They are drooping anthers, diathecial, and they liberate their pollen grains by longitudinal walls, not by the apical walls. Again, a common grass flower, pilia, lemma, avan, stigmas, your ovary and stamens. Again, some flowers, some spikelets of different species of Poaceae easily can observe. Any flower, any part, any flower, any inflorescence of Poaceae, these types of flowers, these brackets, glumes, as well as lemmas and pileas will be present here. Again, spikelets of different species. Now, I have shown you the picture that their their stamens, they liberate their pollen grains from the longitudinal wall, but their pollen grain is monoporate. That means their pollen grain, Poaceae pollen grain, have only one opening to germinate. Their generative cell and tube cells will liberate from this pollen gland only in a one particular position, that is a one opening of these pollen grains. And it is gynoecium is syncarpus, means fused gynoecium with superior ovary. Stigmas are two or sometimes three, which is feathery. Placental is placentation is basal, and it is ovule or orthotropous to anotropous. What are orthotropous ovules and what are anotropous? First, anotropous ovules. Anotropous ovules are mostly common types of ovules found in the angiospermic plants, where the ovule is completely inverted, that is inverted into an 180 degrees, so that the micropyle, this is the micropyle, this is inverted totally. Micropyle and hilum comes close to each other. See, like this is the ovule, this is the ovule, yes, totally completely inverted like 180-degree. But orthotropous is the ovule in which no curvature is found. It takes place during development. There is no curvature during the micropyle is positioned to the opposite of the funicle. Like this is funicle and this is micropyle, opposite to each other. But in anotropous, this is completely inward. Nectaries or nectar glands are completely absent in this family. So the pollination of these species are mostly by wind, because their nectaries are completely absent. Its fruit is called cryopsis or grains, and its seed is endospermics, because it is from monocots families, and mostly monocot seeds are endospermic seeds. This is the picture. This is the pollen grain of a typical grass plant. See in circular body. Second, you will find the small pore, that is the opening of pollen. Only one opening through which he liberates, through which it liberates their generative and tube cells. This is the typical picture of the grass. Parts of grains, when grain will develop, like you will find allurinal embryo, endosperm, because these seeds are endospermic seeds, are endospermic fruits. Now the floral formula and floral diagram of this family. The floral diagram, you will show glumes, two glumes in opposite lower and upper glume. Then you will find pilia and lemma. Inside pilia and lemma, you will find flower, lodicules, and 336 stamens. Inside the stamen, you will find ovary, which has bistegmic ovary, feathery stigmas, style is reduced, and ovary is superior. So its floral formula is zygomorphic, hermaphrodite, lodiculus 2, androecium 3 plus 3, gynoecium ovary 1, but superior.